Good night, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Senior Awards year-end celebration. Grateful that you're able to join us tonight, and thankful that we have this opportunity to celebrate so much that is good at Fort Vancouver High School Center for International Studies. Being my first year as principal at our school, I have come to love and appreciate not only this school, but this specific senior class. So many diligent, caring, thoughtful, and loving people that I've got a chance to interact with and to get to know this year. And tonight, we celebrate you. We take time to call out good, to be able to, in a virtual way, kind of share memories and highlight that which has been a great blessing to our school, the students. COVID-19 has made the class of 2020's senior year a little bit different. And I guess having my message sent from my kitchen table is kind of emblematic of what we've come to experience these last few months. But no matter a virus, no matter the challenges we face, this class is prepared to go out and do amazing things in this world. So I send you forth knowing that you will represent yourself, your families, and our school with Fort love in your hearts, always doing that which is right in our world. Enjoy tonight's celebration.
Hi y'all, my name is Samantha Mesa Rodriguez. When I was younger, I never fully grasped the idea of graduating, let alone a graduation ceremony. Being a first-generation student, I never saw such a thing, but once I understood, I was excited and couldn't wait for that moment in my life. Trappers, class of 2020, we made it, and I'm very proud of every single one of you for doing so. However, it didn't go as planned. Senior year started and soon became, here goes our last first day of school, last color war, last game of the season, and so on. Y'all get the idea. Most are busy filling out college and financial aid applications, and for some, that process was more difficult to finish. We were busy worrying about all the usual things high school seniors worry about, right? And then knock knock. Who is it? It was Miss Rona. She said, cut the cameras, the show is over. Yeah, a global pandemic cut our senior year short. We went from skipping classes one day to skipping Zoom meetings while the whole country was put in quarantine. Us seniors said goodbye to those events that make senior year much more memorable. Athletes who could no longer play their sport due to spring season getting canceled. Prom, to which some were going for the first time. Our senior prank, skip day, and student parking lot barbecue. Celebration nights to those who were part of a club or program. Yearbook signing on what would have been our final days of high school. Senior parade around our elementary and middle schools, along with our farewell assembly. And of course, a proper graduation ceremony, where afterwards we would have gotten on a bus for our senior party. But instead, we are sitting here experiencing the next chapter of a history textbook, where we saw protests for haircuts and currently for racial injustice, all taking place during a pandemic. Class of 2020, I ask of you one thing, and that is to use your voice for what's right, whether it's small or big, but do it from a kind place. Speak up when there is wrong in your community, because silence does not help anyone. Silence is complicity. Stand with those who suffer from any form of injustice. Recognize your privilege. Educate yourself and others. Keep an open mind, ears, and heart. Because if the world is going to get better, it starts with us. In a country where you have the opportunity to vote for those in power, please go out and vote this November. Do your research and check where your values stand. As former President Obama said during his commencement speech back in May, it does not matter how much money you make if everyone around you is hungry and sick, and that our society and our democracy only work when we think not just about ourselves, but about each other. Congrats, class of 2020.
Everybody, I'm Jonna Putnam, and before I begin to ramble about my high school experience at Fort, I would just like to take a moment to congratulate everyone for making it through these almost 4 life-changing years. This last part of the year seems kind of surreal. I hardly remember what our last day of high school was, partially because I was actually skipping half of that day. It seems like just yesterday we were in our 6th period when Mr. Scheidel came onto the announcements and told us that we would not be coming back to school until April 27th. Then, bam, no more school for the rest of the year, and none of us got a chance to say our final goodbyes. When I wrote this, I had no idea whether I would be reading it to an audience or an online screen, but here we are now. I'm not gonna lie, when I first began as a tiny little freshman, I hated it here. I had heard every single rumor, every little bit of stigma, and every single bad thing that there was to hear. I hated the school before I ever even gave it a chance. I would beg my family to let me switch schools, even introducing online school as an option, just because of the things I had heard. What I didn't realize was that I was putting the school's reputation for all that it had to offer. As I began my adventure of giving Fort a chance, I found some really amazing discoveries and slowly began to fall in love with the school. I still remember watching the first assembly that highlighted our cultural differences and showing traditional dances from Pacific Islander and Hispanic heritage, and I could not believe how beautiful it was. I remember joining my first club, Key Club, and finally being able to say I felt a part of something, along with seeing the club grow itself. I remembered participating in the color war games, repping a strong green, and seeing our class change the chant almost every year, but loving each and every one of them. I remember being excited to see the Filipino flag, my home country, on the wall and being so excited to learn that every flag in the halls represented at least one student's ethnicity. Fort Vancouver High School has truly shown me it is so much more than its reputation. Along with these experiences, Fort has some really amazing teachers. Teachers that would be there for their students, check in when something seems off, and also challenge them, but always understand if something personal was going on as well. These teachers have given something so much more than an education, and I think they all deserve a thank you for that. Miss Dunnigan, thank you for giving every medical magnet student punchlines that we will remember for the rest of our lives. Miss Kazarian, thank you for being a powerful woman and challenging all of your students to reach their fullest potential. Miss Parno, thank you for being so kind and patient when your students struggle with these weird things called numbers. Mr. Schnacky, thank you for constantly looking out for your students and always making everybody smile. Mr. Gunderson, thank you for being an example of what it means to be strong and genuinely care for all of your students' success. Miss Rivard, thank you for having the biggest heart and being so accepting of everybody. Miss Turcott, I am so sorry for making you deal with me my sophomore year, but thank you for doing so. Mr. Jados, thank you for sharing your stories and inspiring all your students every single day. Miss Andrea, thank you for putting your full effort into every little thing that you do. Mr. Galvis, thank you for giving every student a laugh and something extremely weird to remember about their high school experience. I wish I could go on and thank every single teacher that I've ever made an encounter with. All of you are so important, but time is short. It's crazy to think that I've gone from completely wanting to leave Fort to not being able to imagine my life if I hadn't gone here my 4 years of high school. The only better thing is that we have all had such different variations of what we call the high school experience. We all grew, matured, and learned differently. Some of us went to every high school dance, while some went to none at all. Some of us participated in the sports, while some were in the audience at the games. We all had made different friends and went through our own versions of our own high school drama, but that's all over now. Nonetheless, we are all ending this year completely different than any other class has before. Thanks to COVID, we left school 3 months too early with no senior prom, no senior prank, and no normal graduation. We are taking our first step into our future, and well, it's definitely different than what I had originally pictured. As we grow older, we will be able to tell all the future generations before us how we survived and graduated through a pandemic. Congratulations, Fort Vancouver High School, class of 2020. We did it.
Good evening, parents, staff, teachers, and fellow classmates. My name is Luis Huerta. First off, I would like to thank all of the bad decisions and mistakes that have brought us to this stage tonight. Because of them, we have learned invaluable lessons, which have challenged our older beliefs and introduced us to new ones, helping us grow as a person. We are clay, and these past 4 years we have been molded by the hands of life. Our bad decisions shaped us, and our mistakes have molded us into who we are. In these 4 years, some of us felt very, very lonely, and we didn't know if it was even worth it to get to this point. But if you're here, it means that you decided to fight, or are fighting to stay afloat, and that alone means more than any kind of award or honor you can receive. Some of us screamed to be heard, and demanded changes to not only our school and community, but to the world. To those of you who have taken action, no matter how small, thank you, because you are what makes us as a generation so great. We are entering a new part in our lives in ways we never imagined. A lot of adults have told me that in order to survive in the real world, we're gonna need tough skin, and we're gonna have to face the fact that things will not revolve around us anymore. But I think that if you're here tonight, it already means that you went through more than enough. So I know we're gonna be all right. And we know that the world doesn't revolve around us. We have been fighting for causes way bigger than us for years now. For LGBTQ rights, immigrant rights, for minorities, and equality. We protested against gun violence for the 17 young lives lost in the Parkland shooting. We marched through Fourth Plain when immigrants like me were called rapists and drug dealers. We stood up against racism, homophobia, and discrimination. We have spoken out against injustice and locked arms when evil has tried to break us apart. I know every single one of you will do amazing things in life, no matter if you go to a university or college or trade school or the military. Whatever job or career you pursue, make sure that you're doing it because you love it, not because your friends or family do. And if you fail, stand back up and go again. And remember this quote from director Guillermo del Toro. La vida no es más que el naufragio de nuestros planes. Finally, all I ask is that you do not turn the other cheek when you see something wrong. Those in power are going to oppress you, either with ignorance or with violence. Make sure you fight back. Take action, not only when it affects you, but when it affects your neighbor as well. I thank my God for giving me the opportunity to speak to you all. Muchas gracias.
Our first award tonight is the President's Award for Academic Achievement. This is a prestigious award that only 2 students have earned this year. First up, Cristina Badillo. Next, Kenia Elguea Zararte.
The next award we will be presenting this evening is the President's Award for Academic Excellence. The first student receiving this award is Kayla Armella.
Next, Samuel Banchu.
Next, Angelina Barnes.
Kira Babian.
Jax Buckley.
Nak Bui.
Anastasia Bert Sevilla.
Damar Campos.
Jair Carlos Sanchez.
Benjamin Cha.
Rosa Chan Portillo.
Abigail Chicas Lopez.
Maximiliano Cifuentes.
Kaylee Clyde.
Esmeralda de Jesus.
Kirill de la Pena.
Baraka de Zonga.
Christopher Diosdado.
Tiffany Duran.
McKenna Ellen.
Brianna Field.
Logan Finley.
Joseph Fitzsimmons.
Taylor Garibay.
Timofey German.
Zoe Gonzalez.
Amy Grusin.
Marco Guardado Prado.
Jacob Hua.
Anahi Hurtado Ruiz.
Randy Huen.
Jordan Jackson.
Sierra Jones.
Raverna Kalafaswarsuru.
Jennifer Korn.
Christina Lebedev.
Natalia Luschuk.
Brianna Marr.
Alma Melchor Burgos.
Samantha Mesa Rodriguez.
Dominic Miller.
Adrian Moya.
Rachel Nazario.
Camya Nelson.
Andy Wynn.
Kaya Northrop.
Ashley Payne.
Marley Para.
Yevgenia Pechko.
Stephanie Prado Perez.
Jana Putnam.
Alina Radzville.
Jordi Ramirez Vasquez.
Fabian Ramirez Castro.
Edgar Reyes Jimenez.
Ashton Rivada.
Gabriel Root.
Angelica Rymar.
Annie Shakayan.
Jacqueline Salvan.
Armando Santiago Fields.
Taylor Spears.
Kevin Stevens.
Hallie Tibbetts.
Isis Villalobos.
Morgan Winemaster.
Alina Zabalotoska.
Katerina Zobolotska. Our next awards are for Running Start students who are graduating with an AA degree. First up, Brianna Field.
Zoe Gonzalez.
Jacob Hua.
Ciara Jones.
Brianna Marr.
Kaya Northrop.
Ashley Payne.
Angelica Rymar.
Jacqueline Salvan.
Sergeant McPeters with the Vancouver West Recruiting Station. Today we're presenting awards to Fort Vancouver High School students. We have these 3 awards and we will be presenting them. First award will be the Army Distinguished Athlete Award. This award will be presented to Sage Reynolds. Our next award will be the Army Scholastic Excellence Awards. This will be to Sierra Jones. Our next award will be the Army Award for Musical Excellence to Jacob Mua. Again, we want to congratulate these students from Fort Vancouver High School and on their achievements and their awards.
The next award we are presenting tonight is the Grimm Enterprise Scholarship for $2,000. The staff voted on the recipient for this award, and the student is Javier Carlos Sanchez.
Hi Monique, I'm happy to nominate you for the Outstanding Visual Artist as a Senior Award this year. You are persistent, you are stubborn, you are creative, and I can't think of a better person or a more deserving person than you for this. Congratulations and keep it up.
Hello seniors and parents and families, I'm Mr. Ludlow. It is my honor to present the Award for Excellence in Video Production for the class of 2020. We have a winner, his name is Aaron Adolfo. Aaron is somebody I had in a beginning class when I first started at Fort in the middle of last school year. He was always full of ideas, very creative, but he also was able to get those ideas on the screen, which I think is something that sets him apart. Great ideas, great creativity. But then this year he was in advanced video, and you probably are all aware of the impact he had in there. He was our main anchor. You saw him many times a week for much of the school year anchoring the Fort Report. It's a job he took very seriously and one he was very good at. And not only that, Aaron also interned at VPS Game Time this year, learned tons of skills, tried tons of jobs, and helped bring about 20 different sporting events from the Vancouver Public Schools to cable TVs all over Vancouver. Aaron is someone I will miss for his energy and his creativity, and I wish him the best. We have a second winner, and that is Annabelle Ochoa. Now, Annabelle was in advanced video when I started last year. Big help. He is somebody, look, video is hard to learn, but it's like impossible to master, but Annabelle makes the hard stuff look easy. He works hard, and I was able to trust him with real serious projects. He worked on one video this year that will be used by third grade classes in Vancouver and Evergreen Public Schools for years to come. And as someone with skills that he could take to the next level, I hope he does. I know he has an interest in it. He is somebody who would be a loved and valued employee at any studio or shop. So to both of you, to every other senior out there, I miss you guys. I wish you the best, and keep hustling, and you'll have good things happen to you in life.
Good evening, Trappers. My name is Bethany Rivard, and I teach English and Theater here at Fort. And I'm really pleased to give the award for Outstanding Achievement in Language Arts to Rachel Nazario. Rachel is what my colleague Ben Jados calls sneaky smart. Rachel flies under the radar, but as Ben Jados said last year in AP Lang, that her blogs were not to be missed, a must read. And I would agree with that. That's been my experience with Rachel this year, that her literary analysis has been well thought out. I could tell that she spent lots of time on it. Even though this year has been really a difficult year for Rachel, there's been some challenges. She still has put in the work that it takes to become a better writer through a process, whether that's narrative writing, whether that is creative writing, whether that's literary analysis. Rachel has put in that work, and it really shows. And so I feel like part of what makes language arts so challenging is you have to work and write and revise and put in that reading time, and Rachel has done all of those things consistently. And we're just really pleased to honor you with this award, Rachel, and all of the best to you next year at Portland State University. You're really amazing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Miss Power, and I am here to celebrate Anahi Hurtado Ruiz. I nominated her for the Senior English Award, and I'm really happy to say that I wasn't the only English teacher who wanted to do that. She is a phenomenal writer. She is sensitive and intelligent and compassionate and powerful and brave, and it all comes out in her writing. She has such a beautiful voice, such a beautiful way of writing imagery and using figurative language in a way that makes you remember her writing. Also, one of the things I love about her is that she will just tackle any genre, and she doesn't stay in safe waters. She really pushes herself to develop and to get her voice across. And I am so excited to see what other writing she will produce in the future, and I know it's going to be wonderful. Thank you.
I teach graphic design, and I'm an advisor for Skills USA. Skills USA is a career and technical student organization. It is my pleasure to award Brianna Marr as a Career and Technical Education Student of the Year. Each year, thousands of students in Washington State join Skills USA. Bree was one of 6 who were chosen as a state officer. Officer training was something that challenged Bree in a lot of ways, but she never failed to meet each challenge. Mrs. Myers and Colleen Denigan were both very enthusiastic also. They're CTE teachers that have had her in classes as well. And Mrs. Denigan spoke of your work ethic, your integrity, your demeanor, and your willingness to always give your very best. Mrs. Myers particularly mentioned that you are a natural leader, that you're enthusiastic, and that you are always willing to, not afraid to try anything, and ready to do it over again if you need to. Bree, I was so proud to watch you represent Fort at the state events. Among the state officers, you were clearly the best of the bunch. You always stand out, and I know that you'll go on to do great things. So thank you and congratulations.
Sometimes in classes we have students who fly under the radar for a while, and this particular student was there every day learning, but I didn't really notice until he worked with kids how naturally talented he was at teaching. And the student showed up every day, and when he didn't, he communicated with me and made sure that he communicated with his teachers and always upheld professionalism. And this student also continued learning even when he didn't have to, because he had an A, just because he's interested in being a great teacher. And for that reason, I'm giving Jay Moe CTE Student of the Year.
Hi there, welcome to the 2020 Senior Culinary Arts Award. Every year we have a whole different groups of students come through our program. Some want to eat, some want to learn how to cook some dishes and take them home and show their parents what they learned in class, and others have watched way too much Food Network and want to become chefs. Me and Miss Rebecca nominated 2 students this year, Marco and Gabe. Marco and Gabe came into our classroom as exploring culinary arts in the beginning, and then moved their way up into our advanced class. During that time, I'd like to highlight some of the things they've done. 1, they competed in Skills USA at a regional level, and both made it to state their first year. They have also gone out and went and worked in local restaurants. Not just any local restaurant, but some really nice local restaurants. What they've learned from those restaurants and the people they've worked with there, they've brought back into our class. It's not only enriched other students and their teachers, but it's also improved the quality of the food that we put through our caterings out to the public. I would personally like to thank these 2 young individuals for making me a better teacher and a better person at the same time. There is no doubt in our minds that in the future, if they follow this long and windy path to becoming a chef, they will get there. It's very rare that you meet someone in life that has exactly the same goal as you. These 2 young men have done that, and we could not be prouder than to give them this award. Thank you very much, and here's to the future. We love you both.
So this year's ending a little bit different than we thought, but I'd like to give my Senior Metal Shop Welding Award to Ryan Herrera. For the past 2 years, you've been just a great kid to have in class every day, and I just couldn't think of a better senior that is more deserving of an award for the work you've done in the last 2 years. So congratulations, and I can't wait to hear what you're up to next.
This year, the ELL department would like to give its senior award to Natalia Luschek. I have an email to read from Miss Irene about her time working with Natalia. She writes, Natalia was in my ELL class a couple of years ago. We had a rocky start, and she was not very eager to follow all the directions she suddenly faced. It's taken a while and a lot of effort on everybody's part before we really and sincerely connected. Natalia has come back as a TA to me this year, and she has grown into the most wonderful, responsible, and mature person. She's participated in several significant school events, bringing first places to Fort. The most reliable, flexible, knowledgeable, and easygoing person. I am sincerely proud of Natalia. and the rest of the ELL department feels the same way. We are extremely impressed with all that Natalia has done in her time at Fort. She organized the Slavic dance group, she sang for 4 years, and she participated in Skills USA, even being nominated for state in marketing. So Natalia, we wish you every success, and we're so grateful for have gotten to spend time working with you these past few years.
Hi, Tylee. I am awarding you the Horticulture Department Senior Award for quite a few reasons, actually. So we know that you started out in my classroom, first year horticulture student this year, although I had heard from Dan that you really were into plants and were super interested. So I knew that there was going to be a connection there. But I just immediately sensed that you really like this subject, and frankly, you're good at it. So I've been really excited to have you in class. You're just a great student. You really apply yourself and do really well. And then we made the switch at semester for you to come into advanced horticulture. Because I saw that you really were, far and above what was happening in first year horticulture. I could tell that you just kind of had a natural bend towards this subject area. And so, and then you had told me, I think at some point around then, that you were interested in going into possibly botany or ecology as a career. And I'm super excited for you about that. I think it's perfect for you. I can see that you have that little spark, that little plant nerd spark like I do, of that you just love plants and everything about it. And I really could see that when you got into advanced horticulture second semester and you just took off, just fit right into the group and just really brought kind of a next level of commitment and organization to what we had going on in preparation for the plant sale. So I really appreciated your super hard work. I saw that you were, really dedicated and careful, and I could tell that you were really focused on the task and that you were really, looking at gathering feedback of what the plants were doing, what they needed. And I really saw that quality in you. And I think that's going to really serve you well as you move on to the next chapter of your life in college. And you're going to do so well. You're going to just thrive in that environment. And I'm so excited for you for the things that you're going to see and experience. I hope that you keep in contact with me. I'd love to hear about your studies. I'd love for you to come back and talk to my students. But I just wanted to thank you for being a great horticulture student and bringing a lot to my program. And now I'm excited to get to see you move on and advance yourself in this subject area. So take care and congratulations. Hi, Zeb. Congratulations. I am awarding you the Horticulture Department Senior Award. I want to do this in recognition of just the growth that I've seen in you as a horticulture student over the last 2 years. You came into advanced horticulture this year, a little bit on the quiet side, a little reserved. But over the course of the year, I've just really seen you just grow and develop. You've got a great work ethic. You really always just work hard, just get busy and just, do whatever it is that you're working on. You take a lot of initiative. I feel like other students take direction from you and follow your lead, have followed your lead this year. And then also another really neat thing that I want to recognize you for is that I've really just seen you kind of start to own this horticulture knowledge that you have. and the skills that you have, and to start to apply those to your life at home. I know that you already have a family that gardens, and for you to start taking some interest and some initiative in that, sharing things that you guys are doing at home, I feel like you really have gone that next level of taking what you're learning in horticulture and then applying it outside of class to your own life. And so I've been really, really excited to just witness that and to see that unfold. I think that that's it's a great thing that you now have those skills, and that you have that desire and that interest, because for me that's been just kind of a lifelong love, a thing that I do to relax, a thing that I do to keep healthy. And so I hope that that continues for you as well. I'm not sure if you're planning on, going into a career in horticulture or not. I think you'd be great at it if you did. I also think that it could just be something that you do as a hobby, and to keep you and your family healthy for the rest of your life. So either way, I just wanted to tell you that I've enjoyed having you as a student. I've enjoyed watching you grow, and just getting to see your growth in horticulture. So congratulations on receiving this award, and best of luck to you in whatever your next steps are. Take care, Zeb.
Hi, I'm here to present the Senior Math Award for the class of 2020. Each year, as a group of teachers, math teachers, we nominate students and then vote on who we feel best deserves the math award. Of course, it's always difficult because there's many students that work really hard every day in our classes. But with that being said, it is my honor to give this year's 2020 Math Award to Christopher Diestado. I had him for the first time this year in class, so I was fortunate enough to be able to work with him every day. Christopher exudes a lot of passion in everything that he's doing. When he's working on his mathematics, he doesn't quit. He's really good at communicating and helping his classmates, sharing ideas with each other, and digging deeper into the content that he's learning. He also has a lot of integrity in the work that he does. Never once did Christopher try to take the easy route with any assignment or project. He always did his best, and he really just shined in class with everything that he did. So I look forward to seeing what you do after high school, and I think whatever you do is going to be amazing. And all of the math teachers here at Fort would like to congratulate you, and really hoping that life brings the best for you in the future. All right, thank you.
Hi, my name is Nate Kramer. I teach mathematics here at Fort. I met Kamaya at the start of her senior year. She took my Bridge to College math class. Kamaya has a hungry, inquisitive mind and an understanding of how to feed it. She is also one of the kindest people I have ever met. She's helped others in class. She's saved my butt a couple times when I forgot to make a run to the copier or get something from the office. And she always went out of her way on a regular basis to make other students feel special, and staff too. I know that Kamaya is going to thrive in whatever she chooses to do, and I am truly grateful to have known her, even for a short time. Thanks.
Good morning, Trappers. It's that time of year again. We get to announce the PE Most Outstanding Student. On the male side this year, we have a student that's very proactive in his healthy, active lifestyle. He is one of those guys that will always rise to the occasion. In fact, he will probably start the drills and lead everybody else, forming his own standards. He is one of the perfect PE students. Plus, he's a nice guy, and I feel he enjoys what he's doing. So, for long, 2020 most outstanding student on the male side is Michael Ponce. Thank you, Michael. You are awesome. And if you don't know this guy, you need to go out and say hi to him because he is not only a nice guy, but he's pretty darn cool. We love you. Thank you so much. And stay healthy.
Hey fellow trappers, we are here today to announce our outstanding PE students, and I'm going to be announcing the outstanding female PE student. This is something I really look forward to doing every year, and this year, due to the circumstances, here I am taking a video for it, and I really wish I could be doing this in person. This student is somebody that we've had in PE the last 4 years. She has been in multiple PE classes with different teachers, and this was a unanimous decision due to her character and how awesome of a student she is in our classroom. She is very quiet usually, but she has a great smile and she always has a great work ethic. She does a really great job at helping out other students within the classroom. She is willing to be a team member no matter who it is in her group. She works really hard even if we aren't watching her. So she is one of those students that is a great example for fellow PE students. This student is Hallie Tibbetts, and we are so excited to give this to you because you deserve every single award that you can get for being the great student that you are. We are going to miss you greatly within the PE department, and have a great day.
The history teachers would like to award Max Cifuentes with the Social Studies Department Award for 2020. Max was nominated by several of his teachers, but it was Mr. Stoda that was especially impressed with Max's excellence in the classroom. Stoda said that Max comes prepared every day with great questions that drive a dynamic dialogue in his classroom environment. And actually, Mr. Stoda also said, Max, that you are the best student he's ever had in AP Comparative Government and Politics, and that is quite the accomplishment. Max has continued to participate in the remote learning setting, and that is commendable. Max, we celebrate you. Congratulations. The history teachers would like to award Tylee Garibay with our Social Studies Department Award this year. Tylee was nominated by Mrs. Jarnigan, her African American history teacher. Jarnigan noted that Tylee is an excellent history student and she really works to deepen her understanding in the classroom. It is her understanding of the concepts, the histories, and the realities that she learns in her classes that she uses to apply and make the world a better and a more equitable place. Tylee is a member of MECHA and Black Student Union, and her deep involvement resulted in her election as co-president of BSU for this academic year. She has pushed to support Black culture within the school and community, while also encouraging diverse membership in BSU. Tylee is looking forward to becoming a registered voter, where she can exercise her informed opinion. Tylee, we congratulate you.
I would like to award Alma Melchor Burgos for the outstanding performance in science. I've had the opportunity to get to know Alma as a student in both my pre-AP and AP chemistry classes and as a member of National Honor Society. In all of these environments, Alma shows integrity and a natural ability to lead. Although she's not the loudest voice in the room, her peers see that she's an excellent example of what it is to be a student, friend, and leader, and they respond to her quiet style of leadership because she leads by example. Her other science teachers and I agree that Alma is a dedicated student and has a natural aptitude for science. We all appreciate the efforts she's put into her studies and the way she has encouraged her peers to do the same. We look forward to seeing what you do in your future. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Ms. Emanuel, and it's my pleasure to honor this year's Science Department Award winner for Fort Vancouver High School, Jordi Ramirez Vasquez. Jordi showed up from day one with a positive attitude. In pre-AP and AP chemistry with Ms. Kazarian, and in physics with me, he never gave up, even when he didn't get something right off the bat. He worked at it until he did, and he learned how to be resourceful to find the help that he needed. He took responsibility if he didn't keep up, but he was always just super humble and positive. He really appreciates the work of his teachers, and if I needed some positive reinforcement while I was teaching a difficult topic, I could look out at my students and see the deer in the headlight look, but I would always turn to Jordi for a friendly, understanding face. Jordi's confidence has really grown over the last several years, but he's always made sure that other students who were struggling didn't feel bad. Jordi, you're just a really nice person, and I'm glad I got to know you. Smart, funny, and a hard worker. Your perseverance has paid off, and now you're a proud 2020 graduate. You'll be missed, so I expect you to see you visit the science department when you have the time, and you can let us know what we did right and what we did wrong. I'm hoping there's a little more right than wrong there. Thank you.
I would like to award Max Cifuentes for Outstanding National Honor Society student. I've had the opportunity to get to know Max as a student in both my pre-AP and AP chemistry classes and as a leader in National Honor Society. Max has served as co-president of NHS for the last year, and with his co-president has worked to make NHS a cohesive club with clear expectations and a supportive message. His commitment to his responsibilities has been evident as he has spearheaded and continued NHS meetings during distance learning and has shown a desire to ensure that our new leadership for next year is appropriately prepared. As many of you know, Max's commitment to his leadership role is evident when he speaks. He truly communicates his dedication and inspires others to be their best selves. Max also demonstrates an exceptional integrity, which is recognized by his peers and his teachers. This allows him to use relationships of trust to successfully lead, both in the classroom and in NHS. I am proud of all you have accomplished this year, Max, and I look forward to seeing and hearing about your future. Congratulations. I would like to award Jonna Putnam for Outstanding National Honor Society student. I've had the opportunity to get to know Jonna as a student in both my pre-AP and AP chemistry classes and as a leader in National Honor Society. In both roles, Jonna has been exemplary. She has served as co-president of NHS for this school year, and with her co-president has done a great job in the face of some unique challenges. I've been lucky to witness Jonna's growth in her leadership skills over the last 3 years. Her confidence, professionalism, and ability to get a group of people to come to consensus is impressive. She has demonstrated a perfect balance between compassion and justice and has earned the confidence of both her peers and myself. I can say without reservation that I would trust Jonna with responsibilities in a leadership role just as I would one of my colleagues. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing what is in your future.
Graduates and families, I am here to present the Medical Magnet Award for our top seniors. The first award goes to Christopher Diosdado. Chris, what else can I say except for that you knocked it out of the park. You're just amazing. You joined us your junior year and you jumped in with both feet and you never looked back. And I have been just impressed with you since day one, with your work ethic, with your integrity, with your just wonderful person that you are. You have just added so much to our Medical Magnet family. When we were discussing who would be the recipients of these awards, I was talking to the team, and without hesitation, both Mrs. Myers and Mr. Galvis said your name immediately, which just speaks volumes to just how much of an impression and how much of a significant contribution you've made to the Magnet program. Mr. Galvis and both Ms. Myers wrote something, so I'm going to read them really quick for you. Mr. Galvis wrote, Chris has been a blessing to my anatomy class, in particular the Medical Magnet. He is well loved by the students and teachers alike for his good nature, charming personality, genuine heart, and clever wit. He is always dedicated to learning, actively participating in class, and even though Chris is a new member, he has endeared himself to us all in a very short amount of time, bringing mirth to our Magnet family. I am honored to have served as his mentor and know he will do well in everything that he does. I wish you well, Mr. Galvis. Ms. Myers also added, Chris, you showed excellent leadership by engaging in the curriculum with a positive attitude and willingness to share your knowledge with other students. In conversations, she also said that you're just like knocking it out of the park regarding this distance learning. You're always the first to get everything in and taken care of, which is just fantastic, and we wouldn't expect anything less from you. So Chris, congratulations on your award. Congratulations on graduation. Again, we are very honored that you joined us and became part of our family. And we wish you all the best. And we want to hear about school and we want to hear about you as you get into your healthcare career. So congratulations, Chris, and we'll see you later. Graduates and families, our other senior award for the Medical Magnet goes to Jana Pittman. Jana, it has been a fantastic 4 years, and I feel incredibly honored to have been able to watch your journey to this point in your education and in pursuing your healthcare careers. You're already, right off the bat, you received your CNA as a junior. You're already working in healthcare, and you're laying that amazing foundation for when you become a nurse, a registered nurse, as well as you continue to pursue your dreams to get your doctorate and become a nurse practitioner. You are kind and funny and amazingly patient because you put up with me for 4 years, and intelligent, and you're gonna be somebody that everybody wants to go to and consult with when they are not feeling well or if they have questions. You're just gonna be fantastically wonderful because you are already. When I was talking with Mr. Galvis and Ms. Turcotte and Ms. Myers, they also wanted me to share a couple of things. So Mr. Galvis said, Jana is another stalwart member of our Medical Magnet class. She's always ready to learn and participate in our learning. I respect and honor her dedication to her education as she strives to do her personal best in all of her classes. I appreciate her involvement in anatomy class and how she dives right in, collaborating with others, participating in discussions, and getting her hands dirty in our dissections. Thank you, Jana. And then Ms. Myers said, Jana, you have shown excellent leadership by being engaged in the curriculum. You have a fantastic attitude, and you are always willing to help your fellow classmates. So testimony of just, how wonderful you are and how much of an impact you've made on all our lives. So Jana, congratulations and best of luck to you at UW, and I hope to hear about how you're doing in the fall. See you later.
Good evening, Trappers. This is Bethany Rivard, and I am really pleased to present the Award for Perseverance to Isaiah Halley. Isaiah's been a student in my classroom this year, and I'm really happy that I got to have him as a student because he, reading from his first narrative essay, has gone through some pretty challenging circumstances in his childhood, but that hasn't stopped him. And at the beginning of this year, he was very honest with me and said, I hate reading and I hate writing, but I'm going to try my hardest and I'm going to do the assignments, even though I dislike them. And he did all year, continuing to persevere against his dislike of reading and writing. He did every assignment and became a better reader and writer because of it. But really, the reason that I thought Isaiah would be such a good recipient of this award is because of his spirit. Isaiah has really big dreams. Isaiah wants to travel the world and live in different cities and maybe go to school and maybe run a business, but all of these are big, huge dreams. And he has persevered through adversity in his childhood, through struggles academically. And I just want to see you spread your wings and fly, because I know you can persevere. You are resilient and you are optimistic and you don't take no for an answer. And I think that it really is inspiring to me. Isaiah, you definitely inspire me. And I can't wait for you to have an apartment in New York City and travel the world and live your dreams, because you deserve it. So once again, really pleased to be giving this award for perseverance to Isaiah Halley. What an amazing student. Thank you so much.
This year's 2020 Male Senior Athlete of the Year Award goes to Morgan Weinmaster. Morgan competed in 3 sports this year while having an cumulative GPA of over 3.6. Congratulations, Morgan. This year's 2020 Senior Class Female Athlete of the Year Award goes to McKenna Ellen, who competed in 3 sports all 4 years and was the only Gary Boggs recipient at our school this year. Congratulations, McKenna.
The National Honor Society has high standards for students. Students are normally inducted at the end of their sophomore year, and they are required to continue to uphold the 4 pillars of NHS: scholarship, service, character, and leadership for the remainder of their high school experience. To graduate with this honor, students must maintain at least a 3.5 GPA, give at least 30 hours of service each year, participate in leadership experiences in our school and community, and must exemplify good character by demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship. We would like to honor the following graduating seniors and their dedication to the 4 pillars of NHS: Jair Carlos Sanchez, Max Cifuentes, Kaylee Clyde, Christopher Diosdado, Brianna Field, Logan Finley, Tylee Garibay, Jacob Hua, Sierra Jones, Jennifer Korn, Alma Melchor Burgos, Rachel Nazario, Kaya Northrup, Ashley Payne, Jonna Putnam, Ashton Ravada, and Annie Sahakian. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone, for your participation tonight in our 2020 Senior Awards celebration. I hope that you felt joy in seeing your fellow students and hearing their names and being able to hear from teachers as we celebrated all that is good at our school. Thank you for attending tonight, and I hope that you have a great evening. We look forward to what the future brings, and I know the class of 2020 is going to do amazing things for our world in the future. Do a great day, Trappers.